Might be coming in. Okay, so what's up, everybody? Listen, we're talking today about musical roller coaster. Working with my students the way I do, working with my bands the way I do, this is something that I often hear from them. This song is boring. Okay, I understand how you feel. I understand how you might say that. The only music that I find boring, the only songs that I find boring are the songs that have no dynamics, are songs that are just straight level. Imagine getting on a roller coaster. You've been waiting to go to this park because you want the thrill of a roller coaster. And you get on the ride and it goes like this. And then it stops and they tell you to get off. Thanks for riding. Boring. That's boring, right? So we don't want our music to be like that. We don't want our music to be like that. And most music is not like that. Some music is like that. I don't have any examples, but I've heard some songs that just kind of don't really do much and they kind of plod along. Um, if you think about today's music, today's popular music, today's pop music, a lot of the electronic stuff that have electronic drums and just the same beat throughout, and vocals that kind of stay steady. It's what I call, for me, it's that mass appeal idea that we don't want to have too many bumps and ups and downs and things like that because not everybody's going to like it. We want to appeal to the largest number of people. So when we get on a roller coaster, we want that slow, steady climb that builds anticipation, that gets those butterflies going. You get more and more scared the higher you go. And that's not the exciting part of the ride, that's the anticipation. That's that slow, and it's a slow climb. And the slower it is, the worse it is, because the longer it takes to the top, the more time you have to build that anticipation. And then we get to the top, and now we're able to start to see what's coming up, what's ahead for us as we crest that hill and we start to look and see. And then, oh, wow, then it hits you what I'm in for. And then we plummet. That's kind of what we want in our music. We want the highs, the lows, we want the anticipation, we want the build up, we want the explosion, and then we want the lull, that contrast. So then we hit the bottom of the first hill and we're just about catching our breath from that experience, from that exhilaration. And then maybe we go into a hard bank turn and we're holding on because this isn't over yet. And we go up another incline. But this time it's faster because now we're in the middle of the ride. We go up that incline to the next top of the hill. What's over the next hill? We don't know. How high is it going to be? What's at the bottom of the next hill? We start to think, are we going to corkscrew? Are we going to invert? Are we going to take another hard turn that kind of plasters us to one side of the car? That's what we're looking for in music. That's why we have dynamics in music. That's why we have tempo changes in music. That's why we have any changes in our music. We have intensity changes, volume changes, intensity of the band, intensity of our drumming changes up and down. And with that, that's where the interest comes. Even in songs that seem maybe to be the same throughout, there are those changes in intensity. There are those softer spots. And I like when those changes are sudden, okay? Um, because that sudden change is something that grabs people's attention. You get that instant feedback when you're playing live and you're playing a new song live. People are not yet singing your music, they don't know this one, and you're playing a song and they don't know what to expect. So now you have the opportunity to take them on a ride. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about music that is interesting. And again, me personally, all music is interesting. All music have has these different elements that I'm talking about. It's just up to us to be able to recognize them. And listen, we don't have to like all kinds of music. It's fine, right? Nobody likes all kinds of music. Maybe some people do. I don't like all kinds of music, but I find interest in any music that I hear because I'm listening for the differences. I'm listening for the ups and downs, the highs and the lows. I'm listening for all of the things involved in the music, not just the lyrics, not just the drums, not just whatever. Okay. Everything that goes into it. But if we can have an appreciation for different types of music, if we can have an appreciation for the storytelling and the lyrics, if we can have an appreciation for the ups and downs and the intensity of the song, for the emotion in it, for the passion in it, that's when we're not going to find music boring. It's still going to happen, but to a much lesser degree. Thanks. Have a great day. And for those of you on YouTube, because it always takes me a couple of extra seconds to end the stream, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.